Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Here I am sitting in the garage next to the Lotus Elan, and I thought I'd just have a cup of coffee and give you an update on the channel, what's happened in 2020 and all the plans I've got for the channel in 2021. So let's have a look at what's happened. Okay, Range Rover Sport. Since lockdown I haven't used the car very much, usually only about once a week. And that was a short round trip of about 10 miles in order to deliver food to a few people. Now, as we know, it's not a good idea to leave cars sitting around. It doesn't do them any good, and this, in my opinion, led to the failure of the MOT in mid-December. It had a number of issues, which I'll go into later on. But it's now fixed, and it will be the subject of a future video in a week or so's time. But I'm not going to go into the issues now, but there were about 4 or 5 different issues, one of which certainly was related to a lack of use. Right, the good old Lotus. Well, 2020 saw a lot of work in the first 8 months. And that was stripping the paint and the filler, of which there were quite a bit, and uncovering the damage. It took me around about 240 hours to strip the paint, using a scraper to remove it and using a hairdryer to soften the paint and soften some of the filler. And it worked quite well, and to be honest, if I've got to do the job again, I would do. Mainly because it stops a lot of dust if you use an alternative process, and I didn't really want to have it blasted. But in stripping the paint, it's revealed a hell of a lot of damage, a lot more than I expected. So 2021 is going to see a lot more work done on that, which I'll go into soon. Another little hiccup I had was that as you know, I've taken the windscreen out and I got that in a safe place, but in my wisdom I decided that it needed to go into an even safer place. So moving a few things around, the windscreen slipped. It couldn't have been much more than an inch, and fell against something and shattered. So that little accident's cost me a pretty little penny. Yep. So that's got to be replaced at some point in the near future. I'm afraid the poor little Fiesta 2006 Mk6 model didn't get a lot of work done last year, but it's something that needs to be addressed early this year. So apart from a bit of cleaning and tiffling, it hasn't seen much action. One car that made a little appearance this year was a friend's 2006 Peugeot 206 Sport, which I did a video on, of replacing the radiator. One job I didn't cover on the video was replacing the heater matrix, which I did, as it was suffering from some overheating issues. That now has been completed and is back with its owner doing what it should be doing. So what's in store for 2021? I'm planning on increasing the frequency of the videos that I upload and improving the quality of them. And in order to do that, I'll probably be uploading a video at least once a week. It's going to be a minimum of once a week. So you can look forward to more in-depth videos on work I'm carrying out on the Lotus, the Range Rover and the Ford Fiesta. And there might be 1 or 2 other cars in the mix as well that I'll be uploading videos about, but that's more in the mix at the moment. So let's have a look at each car individually and see what work's going to be done. Okay, what's going to be happening in 2021, and for me this is the most exciting part. In terms of the channel, things are going to start improving. the quality of the videos, presentation, and the work that's being done on the cars. Let's start with the Range Rover. And the Range Rover is my daily transport, and as such it needs to be kept in tip-top condition, and that's what I'll be planning to do. I'm planning some upgrades on the car, but the first video this year on the Range Rover from now is going to be what happened on the MOT failure, what was the causes, and what was the cure. Although I didn't do the work myself and it was reasonably expensive, which I'll go into on the next video, just a little bit of a teaser. These are some of the things that were replaced. We've got that, which you'll probably recognise as a CV boot. Then there was this item. I won't tell you what it is, but I'll tell you in the next video. And then the main problem was this item, which you'll probably know what it is, but again I'll go to that in more detail in the next video. That video should be coming out early next week, Sunday if possible, but failing that it'll be Monday or Tuesday, so that's something to look forward to. Other work I'll be doing on the Range Rover is a full service in a couple of, probably about a month's time, when it's due, and instead of having the work done by the local mechanic, I'll be doing that myself, so you can follow along with me on that one. Other work that I'll probably be doing is fitting a dash cam, which is quite important these days, and it will bring down your insurance premium somewhat. Then there's some bits and pieces like the front cameras, parking cameras are not working, so I need to fix that. Then on the interior there's some items that need replacing or repairing. Also I'll be giving it a full valet and a detail. A few little scrapes. I've got all the equipment for doing the full detail. I've got some DA polishers, etc. And anyway, that'll be going to at a later date when it's not -6. So that's something to again look forward to. Other things that I'll be doing with the Range Rover include, hopefully when lockdown's finished, is doing a decent road trip, which I'll be covering, and just having a bit of fun with the Range Rover. There will be some more videos coming on it, some other work that I want to do, upgrades or just adding little bits and pieces, maybe even changing the wheels. The wheels on it at the moment are a bit, well, they need refurbished, let's put it like that. So yeah, that's the Range Rover. Then we come to the good old Lotus. That is going to need a lot of work this year. My plan in the long term is to have the job or the restoration completed within 2 to 2.5 years. Maybe even shorter if I can get cracking on it. The main focus this year will be on the GLP repairs. Some areas just need reglassing, other parts of the body need new panels cutting in, and as I haven't done any of that sort of work in the past, it's going to be a big learning curve, but join me on the trail. I hope it'll be interesting content for you. There's very little in terms of videos on YouTube that I can find, so it'll be a good one, and I'm quite looking forward to it, if not a bit daunted by the task, but it'll be good. I'm quite looking forward to it, to be honest. You need to tax yourself sometimes, don't you? In addition to the bodywork, some of the components will need to be refurbished. The first one of which is going to be the cam cover, which I started stripping down last year, and I haven't coated it in the crackle finish, and that will probably be the first video this year on the Lotus. So that again should be coming within the next 4 weeks. So lots to do on the Lotus. It'll be great when it's finished, but there's a lot of work to be done before it gets to that stage. Okay, next on the list is the lovely little 2006 Mk6 Fiesta Freedom. It's got the 1.25 engine, and it is a nice little car, but it's not been well loved. And it's only done 14,300 miles in that time. There are a few issues that I'll be fixing this year, and that is the ABS module, which needs to be reprogrammed and refitted to the car. The steering pump needs to be replaced. It needs a full service. It also needs a full valeting, but before I do that, the bumper needs to come off and be repaired. It's got a little bit of a scrape on it, so that needs to be fixed, and I'll be covering all this work in upcoming videos. Now, all of this work is going to be done before June. That's the timeline I've put on getting the Fiesta finished. The reason being that I want to get it sold, and I want to get something in to mess about with and form some content on the channel. What that car is going to be, I'm not sure yet, but one car that's popping into my mind is an MG ZT. Now, I had one before, which you can see here now. And that was a nice little car, and I did quite a bit of work on that, but for one reason or another I decided to sell it. So maybe it'll be one of them, or maybe it'll be something totally different. I've never had an Alfa Romeo before, and maybe that will be the car I choose. So let's see. That's the future. So from June onwards, there'll probably be another car being added to the channel. So I hope you've enjoyed this little update. I've never done one before, and I think it's important at this stage because I've got lots of plans for the channel. I want to promote it a bit more, make the content more interesting, do other things. I mean, one idea I've got is, if I can find it, bear with me. So yes, another part of the channel will be memorabilia, like this item here. This is a Champion plugometer. It's period to the Lotus, late 50s, mainly in the 60s I believe they're available. So we'll be looking at that sort of item, and we'll be looking at that sort of thing up there. I'll click away to another little video of that, which is a Champion wall clock, again period to the 60s, and I'm quite interested in that type of stuff, so it'll be forming another part of the channel. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little update and what's gone on and what is going to be happening in the future. So please subscribe and hit that like button and the notification bell to be notified when I upload more content, and it will be coming regularly this year and not with large gaps between uploads. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. So again, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon, Monday probably. Thanks. Testing, 1, 2, 3.